Good morning, listeners and viewers. It's a surprise, yes? Because we don't normally have a program before our bishop. But today, it's a different day. And we have to do this program because it's very important for all our listeners and viewers to know what's happening in the diocese from persons who have the responsibility to look after the affairs in a special way. Today we have Ms. Glenys Roberts. She is the chairman of the Diocesan Pastoral Council. She's here today, as you saw her sometime in April, and she promised to come back and to share with us a bit on the experience of the Outreach 2024. And today they are moving into another deanery, and that would be the Western Deanery. So, of course, she sees the opportunity to be here today to invite as many persons as possible to take advantage of this moment that the church is reaching out to you through professionals and to help us to be well. In fact, it is Outreach 2024 and it focuses on wellness. As you know, the church is always focused on holistic development and the holistic aspect of our lives, not just one aspect. So, of course, this outreach, which deals with our health and wellness, is going to touch aspects of our lives. And so this morning, I'm delighted to welcome Ms. Glenys Roberts, who will share with us on this initiative as they take it to the Western Deanery on
July 20th.
July 20th, 2024. Okay, so we just give you a peek into that so that you can take a note of that date. So welcome, and we have not seen, we know Beryl passed.
Thank you very much.
But we thank God because she has been kind to us in the South, as we say. But not everybody could celebrate this moment, but we are grateful because everybody couldn't go down. I mean, some have to remain. Yes, to help the weak. Yes, certainly. So how has it been for you?
Well, Beryl could have had more mercy on my fruit trees, but
yes,
I'm annoyed with her for that, and plus what she did and continues to do, because I was speaking to my brother last night from Montreal, and he said, girl, Beryl on us.
Oh, Lord.
So when last week they were shaking for us, they are now getting loads of rain from Beryl. So, but what can we do? It's the world we live in, and for those who have not, it has not yet sunk into them, climate change is real.
Yes, it is.
It is real.
Yes. And at this time, we really reach out to our brothers and sisters in Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and the northern part of our island. As Dwayne says, they do listen on the radio. Some of them are able to get our signal. So, good morning, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. You are in our heart, and we are doing everything possible so that your life can be restored and you can celebrate the love of God in a deeper and more personal way.
True.
So, we carry you in our heart, and certainly not just in our heart, but physically to do what is humanly possible to help you in your situation. So,
and if I should add to that, please be reminded that Beryl may have destroyed what is material, but you are standing as a person, and this is the message that these things bring out to us, that material things really don't matter. It's a necessity, but what you need is each other and life.
Great, thank you. So today, Ms. Glenys Roberts is going to share with us a bit on the Outreach 2024 as they move to the Western Deanery. But before we move to the Western Deanery, you certainly had an outreach in the Eastern Deanery on the 20th of April, and certainly it got very good coverage on GNCC, and of course you said you were going to come back and share with us just in a nutshell really the experience of that first outreach in the Eastern Deanery.
And let me start by apologizing for Dr. Rennie, because last program it was both of us here, but unavoidably she can't make it this morning. So I'm here to try and cover most of the things. And the Eastern Deanery was a success, as you would have said, and a success because we were able to see quite a number of people come by, and its location was ideal, meaning that it was the car park in Grenville. Additionally, we were able to get from our screening that sickle cell one person who is now being followed up by the Sickle Cell Association, and additionally, in terms of mental health, together with the Royal Grenada Police Force, who were, as we say, Grenville Police Station, they were able to bring at least 4 people who were mentally challenged to the fair, and from the immediate assessment of the professionals there, 2 was to go down to Monge immediately.
Okay.
So 1 is a victory, and 3 is a lot. And in addition, the screening goes on and the following up, because what we also, as we said before, want to do is to collect a data of everybody. So that is being done by the medical team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you said that you have learned certain things. It's always, as we go forward, you will be improving, because things that you never thought about, you see certain situations popping up, and so you look at it differently. So certainly for this Western Deanery outreach, I'm sure you would have done some tweaking in the preparation for this event.
We did a little tweaking because the tongues are different.
Villages and communities.
So Guave is a different tongue to Grenville. So we do not have a car park by the sea as we had in Grenville, which was a beautiful spot to be in that morning. And so now we're going to St. Rose Convent, which is not too far from town. It's in town. Lovely ambience. We have now more space. So with more space, we are now doing actual dental screening.
So we want to make sure it is in St. Rose Modern Secondary School.
Yes.
Not the convent.
no, sorry. St. Rose Modern Secondary School. Yes. That's Sister Delia and Sister Roxanne.
Yes.
So that's where we're going to do, and we're going to do, as we say, dental screening. And this year I want to be I'm so happy and proud to say that we are partnering with the Ministry of Wellness and Religious Affairs. They are on board, having heard of our initiative. This initiative is part of their program that we were not aware of. So they were able to come on board to assist us in particularly doing supplies. So they are actually paid for supplies for us, because one of the things we did at the fair in Eastern Deanery was to do cholesterol tests as well with that machine. So they were able to procure a machine for us and the strips.
Wonderful.
Yes, which is a big help. So now we do not have 1 machine. We have 2 machines. And I will add, we have 3 machines. Because with my talking to friends of what I'm doing, one friend in New York, she said, so what do you want me to send for you? I said, a machine. I got it this morning, just before I came up.
Wonderful.
So I want to say thanks so much to Seraphine for her kindness. And may I add, she's not a Roman Catholic, but she was so excited of what we were doing. And as we say, this is not about religion, but it's about people's well-being and working together to help everyone.
Good. You see, the Prime Minister said something that really touched me when he did the last press briefing. And he said, Beryl didn't look at color, political affiliation. She don't look at these things.
No.
It just comes. And the church has this concept that we serve everyone. We serve everyone in our schools. We serve everyone in our homes. We serve everyone in our whatever institution the church.
Don't let me start, because I will tell you Caritas. Is everybody's place.
Great.
Everybody gets from Caritas.
Yes.
And even our members sometimes complain. My friend from this church could say to me, listen, I got this thing from your church. But again, we serve everyone.
Yes.
That's the beauty of God.
That's the beauty.
Is that when he, like I always say to people, I listen to my Rasta music all the time. And one of them said, I think if you know culture is Peter Tosh, he says, when the rain falls, it falls not on one man's house, it falls on everybody else. So we have to, that concept, that Lord blesses all of us in many ways.
Yes. But Peter Tosh took it from the scripture. The rain and the sun.
Yes.
Okay. So we are talking about your preparation, and it's going to be at St. Rose Modern Secondary School. I think it's the assembly hall and the environs there.
Yes.
But you did something tangible, which was to meet with the parish councils in the various that area, the Western Deanery.
That was our approach.
Right.
We met with Father Logan and his pastoral council, Father George and his Pastoral Council, Father Augustus and his Pastoral Council, and Father Mike Opuku and his Pastoral Council.
Oh, nice, wonderful.
So, having met with them, we said what the concept of this one, and they are all on board with what we need to do. It's much easier this time because the parishes were able to say who within their parish that they would have that can serve as a dentist, as a pharmacist, as a this, as a that, and the nurses.
Okay.
So, same, but it just shifted to a different area.
And then you kind of expand the space for collaboration.
And the last time when we met, the dentists were just people who volunteered. But this time, we actually went through the ministry, the dental desk. So they are also on board. Hence the reason why we've added screening.
Dental screening
to the one at St. John, so that at least what we're thinking is that in the screening, if you find, let's say example, children who needs immediate extraction or immediate filling, we can say, Sister Rutina, can you help this child pay for this? And they may give us a discount. We didn't discuss that yet, but that's all in the concept. Because sometimes it's not that people wouldn't give, but they don't know. So if we tell them and we ask them, they can do.
So the screening will be followed by actual attention.
That's our hope.
Okay, but not on the day.
Not on the day.
Screen, information taken, and then follow up.
We act afterwards. And that's where the registration forms come in.
Okay.
And one of the things I also want to share is that we did the registration form. We have a registration desk. But these forms are not to go home with the patient. I think in Grenville, some people went with their form because we did not, you know how the thing goes. You learn on the job. So we learn better. So we will actually have, for example, as Pauline, she said her youth from...
That's Grand Roy, yes.
Her confirmation group, they will do registration. So like she'd have people track the forms so that we can gather all the forms at the end. And that's what we want, to get a lot of people involved as much as we can. Youth as well as
fantastic.
Middle and up.
No, you had you boast of the school, which is seem to be a better, will be a better space. And then you mentioned of the importance of privacy.
Yes.
Because when you're in this open space, people still have their pride, and they still, they see the doctor as a private,
Me
private.
and you.
Yes. So, and you're saying that at St. Rose, it's likely to offer more privacy in that.
And we have so much options in terms of rooms that we can use. We even have a sick bay, where they have this room that if a child is sick, they can go lie down.
Which is part of the school.
Part of the school. We even have the chapel that can be used for the spiritual aspect of it. We didn't touch on that, but in Grenville, we had so many of our clergy and our nuns
religious,
and our religious, so that people who have things to talk about, can freely so do. And even one priest said to me that he can do confession. So it's well-rounded. We are trying to, and I want to also not forget to thank all the people who continue to work sometime behind the scene that you're not aware of, because you may see my face and I don't ever want it to appear that it's all my work. It's all of us together. Every piece of that puzzle makes a difference. If this piece falls along, then the picture is not what we would want it to be. So I want to encourage persons out there. And as you said before, Rutina, this is a time for us to tighten the grip. Reach out. Share information, not keep it for yourself. You may be able to do a lot of things on your own, but there are a lot of people who cannot do it on their own. And we want you to reach out, especially to the elderly persons and persons who would not have access to TV or even radio and all the little fancy
platforms
TikTok.
And so
platform, big word, the platform. So we want you to, that's what we want you to do. And I must say, one of I think it's Grand Roy. No, I'm just learning a lot of the parishes, so I don't want to say wrong things. But one person on the 20th of June was going to start their walkabout in their community. I want to believe it is Sherry.
Sure, I'm not sure, because you have Concord, which is part of Grand Royal Christ the King Parish there.
Sherry said they were going to do the walkabout. But then I know with burial, a lot of people thought it's probably not on. But my thing is, we shouldn't cancel activities because of a setback. It is time for us more so now, because there may be a lot of people who are struggling from burial.
That's true.
That we can help next week. True. So let's rally together. And I always say, don't let numbers be it. You want to say, you know?
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do to help, even if it's two people.
Yes. I like the idea that this is coming right after, God really is in charge and he does his thing, and a lot of the times we tend to say, well, the rain or this, or we can't do this again. But we have to have a stronger conviction in what we do and keep at it if you're convinced that what you're doing is what God has called you to do.
Listen to me, Regina. I say to people all the time, when I go to a meeting, if should be 5 and it's 2, the meeting goes on. Once I'm in charge. That meeting
so
going on.
So you're not dealing with consensus at all?
No.
But no decision taking.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because, and I'm not saying it from the most humblest point of view, I'm taking it that. Because sometimes people don't turn up to a meeting. I don't think it's because they're malicious. I think circumstances.
Various reasons, yes.
So sometimes, but you need to do what you need to do. Otherwise, what do you think happens? Everything is on hold. But if you are committed, and you see that word committed and commitment, and I want to urge persons out there, if you know you want to come on the pastoral council just to pose, don't go. I'm saying it, and I'm saying it, with no humility. I'm just saying it because commitment to something is key. If you said, I will, you should. And a lot of times the excuses that is, we talk about personalities. Yes, we are all different. If the Lord wanted the same set of people, we would all look the same. Scan the world.
Okay.
And we don't speak the same language. But we come into the world the same way and we exit the same way. Think about it. We ain't coming with nothing and we ain't leaving with nothing.
So the whole thing is that somebody has to receive this inspiration. Somebody has to stay the course. Somebody has to, like the anchor.
Yes.
And sometimes people genuinely want to, and they made a first attempt to believe that they want to, but the deeper question is, are you called to in this particular way? And sometimes it's discerning that, whether God is calling you in this particular ministry. So, you'll have all of these processes taking place, So, but the whole point you're saying is that this post-burial situation invites us to keep on the march. Because many persons, even without burial, just the thought of a hurricane evokes again the effects of Ivan and other disasters that people would have had.
Because people would have said to me, listen, shopping for burial gave me anxious moments, reflecting on Ivan. But for me, I didn't shop for Miss Burial at all. Because by the time I heard about Miss Burial,
she was almost there. You had to use what you had in your cupboard, I guess.
No, but I always say, Regina, in Grenada, you'll never starve. Not for the way, for us. Because with the way we grew up, it's once you could get a coconut, it works with anything. As we used to say long ago, when I grew up in the country, you didn't need flesh. You didn't need meat. You can just use rice and okra and coconut, and things like that, which we probably have to go back to teaching the younger ones so that their survival fortitude would be better.
Now, how do you have you catered in this outreach for the youth? Because sometimes we think it's just the older ones or the middle-aged ones that are affected, but in terms of our young people and so on, an appeal for them, you know, to know that help is available, and that they can talk, you know. It may not necessarily be the burial, because some of them wanted an experience, I don't know, and perhaps they you know, you cannot say they're silly, but because they just don't know.
But at this different generation.
Yes. But at the same time, they may have other things that they'd like to speak about.
To discuss.
Have you thought of it and let them know if there is space or they catered to, so that if they want to talk, that's...
Well, the emphasis really wasn't on, let's say, youth talking, but on everybody talking about everything. Hence the reason why, let me repeat the different areas that we are focusing on. Spiritual, the dental, physical, which is exercise.
Tell us about this physical.
The physical is like aerobics, like dancercise. So you can come, there'll be music, and they have a court as well. So I did engage, I did speak to one person from Gulf who is a national netballer, Jamie, to see if she can get some of her girls to come and do, you know, little drills and stuff like that. And also, the Royal Grenadier Police Force, I think, is Constable Williams. He's from the eastern side, but you know, usually the RGPF had in Tantine. So hopefully they will come. This time they were not able to. He actually came at Grenville, but the persons said it was too much a short notice, you know, sometimes with time and things. I'm not sure if he would be able to, because on this no situation, where everybody have to go over, you know, it may not happen, but the music side, we will definitely have music so that people's mind can, because I tell you, music could really help you. At
a tone that we can speak to each other.
We can speak. Yes.
This is very important.
That is very important. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, listeners, we are speaking here with Ms. Glynis Roberts. She is the chairperson of the Diocesan Pastoral Council, and they took office when? Just about, this is just about 2 years. In fact, installed in your office 1 year ago. Yes. And already they are looking at creative and diverse ways of bringing the good news, the gospel, to our people. And this is one of the powerful medium that has come up through the discussion, consultation with members. And as you see, they are going out into the communities to be able to offer this help. Not just they are coming to bring something, but as you heard, they are engaging the people, which is very crucial. Engaging the people, learning of the environment, learning of the communities, and they themselves are building on these ideas and working together for the best outcome.
Yes, and I want to say out there, if you have any ideas that you think we can touch on or you can contribute to, feel free.
Yes.
It's not, this is my territory. That's our territory. So we need to work together for our territory.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So at this time, we just take a short break. And when we come back, we will invite Ms. Glynis Roberts to fill us in on a clarion call again for why this is so important, and to encourage as many persons to be part of this wellness, this outreach health fair to take place at St. Rose Modern Secondary School. That's on July
28th.
I keep missing your
9
date.
to 2.
July 20th.
From 9 to 2 p.m.
From 9 to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay? So we take a short break, and then you think of what you would like us to to leave with us as we come to close.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so we could take a little... Welcome back, listeners and viewers, to this very special program with Ms. Glenys Roberts, the chairman of the Diocesan Pastoral Council, who have been commissioned to office about 1 year ago, and they are beginning to put their feet on the ground and move through the villages, you know, to help, to listen to the people. The synodal process is not a process confined to a time, but the church is always called to be that.
Yes.
I mean, life generally, to listen to each other, you know, you don't have all the answers. And that's why we live in community, so that we can listen and to make the best for the common good, you know, of all. So we've been speaking about Outreach 2024, and they'll be moving to the Western Deanery. That's the communities of St. Patrick's Parish, St. John's, and St. Mark.
Yes.
And you know, St. Mark has been affected too. So wherever it's possible, to offer some sort of assistance to persons who would like to come, those who have transport, you know, connect. Perhaps some people have never heard. We think perhaps this medium everybody hears and everybody's on point, but we still need that personal contact. We still need to knock on that door. We still need to visit. You know, we cannot do without that personal contact with our people. So please, if you are hearing this and you say, hey, I didn't know about this, well, maybe somebody else in your village have not heard about it. So we encourage you to do your bit.
You know, Rutina, while you were speaking there, I said, you know, we should probably set up a burial desk. So
you think people want to hear burial?
No. Because there may be people who are there from these communities struggling for something.
That's true.
And we may be able to say, help them find it.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's not a big deal, because I was speaking to a friend yesterday, and she was saying that she had a friend from Carriacou who said, all I need is a tarpaulin.
Okay.
You know, so
that contact.
Right. So then we are having a novena, that's Cali's church. They're having a novena.
To Our Lady of Mount Carmel?
From Sunday last to
Saturday, is it?
Sunday coming,
okay.
Yes. Feast day is Tuesday, I think. But Brother Dennis is doing it for us. And he said that he's going to Carriacou, and in speaking to whoever, they said they want fresh fruits.
Okay.
So different people have different needs.
Okay.
So we are trying to gather fresh fruits. So people who here who have mangoes are not saying ripe, too ripe, but full enough that they can have over time. You can drop it. Come to novena at Cali's church this afternoon at 6 and drop your mangoes or your bananas or your cherries or your whatever, you know, watermelon, so that we can send to the people of Carriacou. Different people have different needs. So we need to look at that.
How soon does he plan to go?
Tomorrow morning, apparently.
Tomorrow?
They're getting a little lift up on a boat.
Okay.
So they will, if he said if we bring it tonight, then he can take it home and be able to go. He's not the one going, I think his brother. Brother Robert.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but that's one need. And then one person said yesterday, the friend need a tarpaulin. So I'm saying to people out there, if you know of tarpaulin, if you had your tarpaulin from Ivan that you want to share, these are things that people are looking for, that I know about. But I would say people, and like, you know, clothing, I think sometimes we have too many. So we have, you know, but I think people's survival is what is key. You know, the children, and also the bishop made a call for children's activity stuff, like coloring books, stuff like that. These are things to help them, puzzles that to take their mind away from the trauma. Toys, whatever you may have.
So you're seeing an expansion of this project, this outreach as it's called.
Well, listen to
it's
me.
not limited to...
It's not limited. Listen, when burial hit Monday, Tuesday, among our own parish, we said, listen, let's see what we can do. We made a call. And by Wednesday, Rutina, we were able to pack over 50 boxes of stuff to send to Carriacou. So people are willing, but we just need to tap. Let's keep tapping. And the people, truth be told, who call and say, how can I help? What can I help? My children are home on holidays. They're ready to come and pack a box. You know, so people are there just waiting for opportunities to. And Dwayne will come and charge me for this one, but Mongava having a tea on the 1st of August. We do that to raise funds to maintain the property. We have an after-school program. So we have a tea. It's takeaway from 2 to 4. And from 4 to 6, you can come and sit down and have tea if you so wish. It's $15. So please support us. If you want to give us a cake, thank you. If you want to give us pastries, thank you.
When is the tea,
1st of August, Thursday, 1st of August.
Okay.
Yeah?
You seem to be doing that annually.
We did it 2 years ago.
2 years, okay.
And then December gone, we actually did a fundraiser at the school administrator, who is Elvis and Jane Lewis, at their friend's resident in Point Celine.
Okay.
So the building was built by the U.S. military, Marines, in 2005, the same time for Grandin School when Ivan hit. So now it's wanting lots of repairs, meaning we're getting termites from the wood because it was wood and. So we've done Sandals Foundation, gave us the back portion roof, concrete, nice, but we need to do the others. And
so Dwayne, you realize what's happening here?
Okay,
Dwayne. A few advertisements going in.
Dwayne, don't chat. But it is just to say that there's so much happening.
Yes, and to be done.
And to be done. So we need to continuously say when we get the opportunity to. And they say never give, they say politician, am I? Sorry, Dwayne.
Dwayne said, no, it's for a very good cause.
Okay.
And the listeners and viewers will agree. So we were speaking about the outreach, and all of this is part of the outreach, but Miss Glennis really has a heart for what she does. I mean, it's like some people are just cut out for what they cut out for. They breathe it and they think it, and even when they sleep, the ideas come, and you can see she's somebody like that who is called in that way, and she sticks to it. And I guess her passion sometimes runs ahead of her, that she thinks everybody should be, but at the same time, you are the one who has been inspired in this very strong way, and I think God will honor that, and the fact that you are serving him in the poor, in the marginalized, those who need that kind of help. We encourage you and commend you for responding to God's call, and I think that's what the world needs. How are we responding to what God is asking of us, and doing it with so much joy, cheerfulness, and the generosity of heart. And we do know that there are many Grenadians, many persons. The world is not I said there are so many wonderful people in the world.
I'm telling you.
And we need to be careful when you have 1 or 2 bad experiences. Do not put everybody in that basket
at all.
There are a lot of good people and a lot of good things being done. It may not be broadcasted as this, but we do recognize and know, because you can feel, in your environment, that everybody is not just sitting there moping. But people are moving, and sometimes these situations cause us to get up and to do something that has been nudging our heart for a long time. So,
and may I add that, believe me when I tell you, there are more good people in the world than bad, but the bad gets highlighted more. But let me also add, before on this outreach, that Carrie Brewery will also be doing a tasting of the Vitamol ginger.
Okay.
They were supposed to do it in Grenville, but had a little hiccup. But he said to me this morning, definitely, he'll be there. They'll be there on July 20th at St. Rose Modern Secondary.
Okay. I hope it's a healthy drink.
Well, for some people, I guess with ginger, it's
a catch, right?
The ginger is a catch. But we all should know our limits. You know what I mean? We should, like, for example, if I give you both me and grown-up sugar cake, I will buy a 2-pack of grown-up sugar cake and say, well, I will eat one today, one tomorrow. Don't start with that. What? When I say, Dudu, where are you? So I reach home, the grown-up sugar cake finished. So we all have our little whatever. But I want to say, before we leave, Dwayne and Rutina, thank you so much. And I was so happy the other day when I was reflecting. I said, people wouldn't know, but Rutina and I was in the same class in primary school. St. Dominic's RC.
Oh, yes.
Me's a country girl, I come down early. But
you like Sister Gabrielle, and God rest her soul.
Yes, but it's amazing the direction you go, and then you reconnect. It's amazing. But as Rutina said, and I say to people all the time, I know my calling, and I've accepted it.
Great.
And I just think sometimes people misread my enthusiasm, as you say, because I have a passion and it's good and it goes. But truth be told, people that I went to the convent with will tell you I was the mutest child in my secondary life. I did nothing, singing, drama, nothing of the sort.
Like really?
Nothing, miss.
Yeah, I remember. You were not on stage, right?
I used to, no, in that primary school, okay. I used to be kind of a queen. Okay. I was Miss Orange once, I remember one.
I hope you use it, use the orange.
So, saying all of that, I want to thank everyone who continue to support the initiatives of the church. And let's not see each other's personality as a friction. Let's try to understand people. We are not all the same. And I must say that we have a supportive Diocesan Pastoral Council. You may not feel everyone because people have their challenges. And we have to remember we are all volunteering. And we are volunteering with a good heart. But we also have to understand people do have limitations, and we have to understand. Some people cannot multitask, some people, you understand? Yeah. So we have to say thank you, and we want to thank all the nurses, the doctors, the counselors, the dentists, all who have said, yes, I'm coming to assist in this project. And as you said, for everyone, we are not pointed fingers, yes? So we want to thank the Ministry of Wellness, and I'm so happy that they were able to support us in getting the supplies, and it's something they said they will continue doing, because it's part of their mandate.
Right. Wonderful.
And thank you so much, Rutina. Come on.
GNCC.
No, well, GNCC is
yes.
But both of you for facilitating and accommodating and saying yes, you could have said no.
And fitting you in before the bishop.
And
Anyway, finally, to remind the people why we were here this morning, and to give them that final call and appeal to come to the outreach.
St. Rose Modern
Wellness Fair,
okay.
Yes?
St. Rose Modern Secondary School. Yes, I said it right this time. St. John, Saturday, July 20th, from 9 to 2 p.m. So come get all your checks. And you don't just come alone. Bring a friend. Bring a neighbor, and spread the word. So those who would have seen this program, because Rutina said they had no chance to advertise,
not as much.
Call your little friend that you know sitting down home and say, listen, they're having that next week. Try and go.
Yes.
And bring a friend, bring a neighbor.
Right. It's because at the end of the day, you stand to benefit.
Yes.
So, listeners and viewers, we thank you, and we thank God for this moment that He has allowed us to be able to pass the information, this message, this good news for all our people. Remember, it is the outreach. It is a wellness fair organized by the Diocesan Pastoral Council, one of the initiatives that they have taken to help us in the holistic development, particularly those who really, really, really need it, and perhaps, those who are depressed, those who, have their own troubles. I'm sure someone is waiting to be able to speak a word into your life to raise you up again, that you can go on your way. So may God continue to bless you and to bless the efforts of the Diocesan Pastoral Council. And we'll see you again to report.
Yes.
On how this venture...
And we also, we have 4 deaneries. Okay. So before the year is through, we have to cover
all of them.
Northern and
the Southern deanery.
So we probably leave... I shouldn't be saying so, but I think we'll leave Southern for the last, because, and do Northern next time.
Maybe the Lord wanted it so. We were less fit than anything like that.
I'm telling you.
So He knows.
And look at how He's charted it.
Look at that.
Look at that. Huh?
Who are we to say? So it is the outreach coming to the Western Deanery. Yeah. It is Saturday, the 20th of July at St. Rose Modern Secondary School from 9 to 2 p.m. Come one, come all. Someone is waiting to help you in a way that you probably would not even expect. The clergy will be there, the religious will be there, professionals will be there, you have all kinds of persons who are collaborating with this wonderful effort. Yes. So may God bless you, and remember, at the top of the hour, hopefully, we'll have our bishop for conversations. You know, he might say something about this too, but all right. Thank you so much. I've been your host, Ruthina Victor, and again, my guest, Ms. Glenys Roberts, Chairman of the Diocesan Pastoral Council. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Thank you, sir. You as well.